The extreme heat and continuing drought is putting severe stress on livestock and hay supplies as producers work to protect their animals during another hot, dry summer.
For many Arkansas ranchers, the persistent hot, dry weather is causing them to alter the way they feed and manage livestock. Brent Talley has a cattle and equine operation at McCaskill. Like many of his neighbors in southwest Arkansas, where the drought is classified as severe to extreme, the lack of rainfall is taking its toll on his hay supply.
As I was taking my cattle down to the sale, there was just trailer after trailer of trailers loaded with cattle. I visited with some of those producers and ranchers, and yeah, they're culling hard. A lot of people having to cull hard. I've been really thankful to just be about 100 bales short of hay right now from what I would normally have, and others are, they're 200 or 300 bales short.
This is one of Talley's hay traps, where he stores his round bales. In a normal season, it's full, but the drought is preventing him from getting a second cutting. If he is forced to feed hay early, it will get expensive in a hurry.
Very limited resources as far as grass out there. You don't want to start feeding this hay. Hay is selling right now for $30 to $40 a bale, so it doesn't take long to start putting out several dollars there. Cattle ranching is not a business that gets you rich on a good year. And on a hard year like this, it's really one of those you have to really watch your nickels and dimes and make sure you're not overspending and make sure you're managing every resource you have just to make sure you don't get yourself in a financial bind.
Talley has 100 mama cows and 20 quarter horses. While his pasture grass is going dormant, his ponds are drying up. To provide an alternate source of water for his animals, Talley installed 10 watering stations across his 350 acres.
These tanks hold several hundred gallons apiece and have float valves on them that fill automatically. And as we're looking at this historically hot summer, this is one of the better decisions I've made is to install these on my place.
The heat is also having an effect on poultry and dairy operations.
Dairy producers facing the same thing, high heat particularly, milk production drops, as well as the forage supplies needed for dairy cattle. The poultry industry, more controlled environment except for the heat, and so the utility bills for broiler growers and there's going to be high in these high temperatures. So it's certainly going to add significant costs.
Justice says one bright spot is that cattle prices should remain favorable, and many producers are taking advantage of that. As a result, the state and nation's cattle population will decline, as ranchers opt to sell some of their less productive cows now, rather than begin feeding their limited supply of hay.